don't think that's supposed to happen. Well, that could be why I wouldn't fucking move. So, this is gonna be the new plan for the day after I work on a buddy's four-wheeler and stuff. So, I'm gonna pull all the spark plugs out. Already got the other side out. Alright. So, like I was saying, the kind of thinking about getting back on the whole mud truck ordeal here. So, kind of want to bring it up to North Augusta. You know, this is what I used to do at North Augusta instead of using the quads and everything. The 63 Chev I got, it's going to be sitting for a while. I got to tear it all apart, get everything figured out with that. But me and a couple buddies today were like, we should try to get this running. So, already pulled the spark plugs out. They don't look very good. Switch around. So, as you can, I think it was this one. Yeah, that one was out of number 8. And this one was out of number 6. So, I think I got 2 more spark plugs sitting around. Which is, so that cylinder there. That one had water in it. Actually, it still does. I'm going to try to roll it over with a breaker bar and see what, or even crowbar. They have water in it, but the rest of the motor doesn't. So I think there's a flex blade on this, or a flex blade. So I can maybe get under it and put a crowbar to it and pry on it. But I really want to get this thing running. I had it running 3 years ago, I would say, roughly that time. And it was barely running, to be honest with you. Like, I was just messing with it and kind of just gave up after a while. But we're gonna put those headers on right here. And then there's the card spacer, all that. I got the MSD box roughly in that area over there somewhere. But I get up on the crowbar. Let's see what we can do. And if I can get this running, then I might just go on it, get it all done. I missed kind of driving this thing. Had it since I was like 15 or 16, so I'd like to get her going again. Okay. Let's see what I can pry off of. I don't really want to pry off the starter. That's not a good idea. I have nothing over here to pry off of. Oh, yeah, I might need a longer bar. Oh, I'm gonna need a longer bar, I think. Get one more tooth. Oh. Oh, she moved the tooth. Water's coming out, so that's a good sign. You see it's starting to drip again. Let's see if we can get another tooth out of it. Kind of hard to do holding the camera and getting the flex plate to turn. I might be able to put a brake bar on the crank. Oh, let's try that actually. Let's try to get the brake bar on the crank up here. If that works, then it should be good. So let's go see if I can find my breaker bar. I already have one out for it. I don't think it's under the hood of this thing. This thing runs better than the mud truck, and it's sat for freaking 30-something years. No brake bar in there. Still getting. Alright. I think I got her. Got the socket and everything. Let's throw it on there. There we go. Set you down for a second, guys. Oh. Oh, maybe she won't turn. Have to work back and forth. She's still pumping water, right? There we go. Look at that. Just pouring the water, right? Alright, let's try this again. Go back. Oh, yeah, she's actually turning out. Sorry about the video, guys. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. Hey, go back. She's not locked up, so that's a good sign. Oh, a good turn out of that one. And there's a ring. I think that's the cylinder that's stopping me. Well, what happened too was the motor was tarped, everything all nice and good for the winter. And I don't know, a couple months ago, a big windstorm came through here because, here, I'll show you. I'm literally with 1,400 acres all through here. And when the wind comes through here, it's almost like a hurricane. Just took the tarp and went that way with it somewhere over there. Not 100% sure, but it's over there somewhere. So, my plan, I'm gonna get back to you once I actually have it rolling over freely. Hopefully I can get past those. I have a feeling there's a couple of rust spots inside the cylinders, especially those two, after having all that water in there. But I'm gonna try to get those there. I'm gonna put the carb back on today, put the headers on, put all the MSD back on it, and I can get this thing to fire today or even tomorrow, then it's going to be fits those machines in there, and we're going to be working on this thing. So I actually want to get this thing done and bombing again. All right, one second. All right, let's try this. She just squirted out a lot of water. Ready? See if I can get it on video here. And now I'm pumping water out of this side. So there's definitely water in the motor. I'm gonna roll over a bunch of times, probably run some, I'm gonna go get some Marvel Mist Oil. I see. Morning, everyone. The next day, kind of got a little sidetracked yesterday. Got the motor running. Ran pretty good. It was hydrolocked, like pretty bad. There's a bunch of water in the cylinders and everything. I got well, It's starting to rust again inside the cylinders. I need to get that all cleaned out, but well, I had it running a couple times, changed the oil 2 or 3 times. There's the oil down in there. Apparently the motor was right full of water after I got it running. But as you can tell, there's nothing here anymore. What happened was we had it running and went to fire it back up. Buddy wanted to hear it, and we kind of did some damage. There's a motor locked up on me, and that's kind of what happened. There's a bolt that was bombing around in there. As you can tell, you can see, you know, I'll roll it over. But motor's still good, actually. Other than that, piston has seen better days. So I gotta go get a new head, because the head's completely screwed. Don't mind the mess. We literally just tore it apart last night after it happened. But that was the valve, and we found out the valve wasn't even in the thing. So as you can see with the head, all that's marked right up. It's no good. Spark plug barely came out of there. So I remember where I put the bolt. Right here. There's the bolt that was bombing around in the motor. Don't know where it came from, but it was sitting on the piston somehow. So gonna go get all new heads and clean it up and fill the cylinders with oil just so they don't rust. Everything was working good. Then, okay, something melted onto that, which would have been, okay, that is spark plug wire. Gotta get all new spark plugs and all that. So one of these boots must have melted on top of that header. Well, hopefully it was the boot, not my MSD stuff. Now, since I've seen that, I have to check over the wiring and everything. No, all the MSD stuff looks good. Alright. Yes, the motor's good. Yeah, we thought we hydrolocked it, and then found out afterwards. Tore both heads off, tore everything off. There was literally a valve that was just, it was gone. I think this is it right here, actually. Oh, that's what's left of it, right there. I don't know how it ran, but it did. So that's the part of it right there. That's what we took out of the head. So you just think of it, was it in the head? It was literally just sitting like that on the exhaust side. So we were wondering, we thought it had it didn't have a dead miss or nothing. It was weird. But this header did not want to heat up and do anything, which made sense after you think about it, because there's no exhaust valve in that. So I'm looking for a new head right now. I already found a set. I might go get them today. Not 100% sure, but it ran great until it didn't. So I'm gonna fix it, get it all back together. I want to get this going for a North Augusta event. That's, well, technically I won't have it going for next weekend, because I was gonna plan on doing that, but can't now because that head's just, I can't use it. I might just send it the way the with that one piston being kind of shitty, because right now a 5.3 is kind of not hard to come by, but people just ask way too much. So what I'm thinking, the piston's actually not bad. There's a couple dents in it. She still have compression probably. If it gets me one event this year with just a new head gaskets, and another new head. I found a set of 2. I might do that, and then I might throw a cam in it. It's a toss-up on that one. But all I gotta do after that, gotta make some brackets for the rad. Made the exhaust to come at the fenders here. It's really, it doesn't need much. It's just a pain in the it's just a pain doing what I gotta do now. Because once it was running, I was like, yeah, just throw a tranny in it, put it together, go for it. But that's not the case anymore. So I'm gonna try to make videos of getting it all together. I put the carb and the intake and everything back in the shop, because that carb cost more money than what I paid for this motor. It was a $150 motor when I bought it 3 years ago, and it's just kind of been sitting. Then me and a couple buddies yesterday were like, you know what, let's get it running, try to do what we can. Then I got it running. It idled and everything. So I just don't know how that bolt got into it, but you know, things happen. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna message this guy for some parts. I'm gonna clean up out here quick, just kind of throw out what I don't need. I'm gonna keep the heads just as spares. They need to be cleaned. But yeah, now I just need to get a Turbo 400 for it. I have a transfer case sitting around for it, and it's got to rewire it all nicely, the inside. I don't think I've ever made a video of the inside of this thing, but here it is. So just gotta rewire all this stuff right here that's just laying around, rebolt that up, you know, just odds and ends. Get the rad hoses all hooked up so the rad's gonna go back there with the fuel cell. What my plan is, said, right here off this bar and that bar, I'm gonna just drill and tap holes so I can bolt brackets in, and then I can have it that way. Clean it all out, and then just start ordering some parts for it. Because once this is going, hopefully you guys can see it in a couple videos at Augusta. But yeah, I do have a video of it running that will be in this video. So might go to the scrapyard, get a new hood. It needs a new hood. I got other stuff on order, so I'm just gonna clean up around here, make it a little nicer. I'm gonna tarp over that engine, because I do not want that thing seizing up again or hydrolocking on me. Because then now I need to go find another motor. A buddy of mine might have a 6-liter sitting around, so if worst case, he has a 6-liter out of a 2500 Chevy truck. Has what did you say, 450,000 plus kilometers on it, which is quite a bit. That's a lot. Oh no, I was breaking spark plugs off left, right, and center. Never even seen, I think we broke 4 or 5 spark plugs off like this. There's another piece of it. Got a couple over there that are broken like that. I think I threw the other pieces over by the spare 40s. So it's just gonna be, I might go today and get that set. I'm gonna message the guy here. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I'm gonna do a part 2 and part 3. I'm gonna make a little series of building the truck, getting it all back together. I'm gonna groove the boggers out, or try to at least. So hopefully it should be ready in September, and you guys will be able to see it in a couple videos. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be seeing you guys soon.